Actors who were selected for a role described as ugly. How did that part feel to play? Had a friend who played Beast in Beauty and the Beast in high school, and there was a kissing scene at the end that involved Beast and Belle. But since my friend Beast was butt-ass ugly, the actress playing Belle didn't want to kiss him, so they got a different actor to do the kissing scene as the post-Beast prince, and LMAO, my friend was so fucking pissed and insulted. He had the Beast costume on the whole show, so no one saw him, they only saw the transformed prince, other actor, who kisses Belle in the end. This is fucking brutal. And this is how you make a super villain. And this is why you don't do kissing scenes in high school. Only drama can come from it. They should start a club for that. It seems like the adult running the show should only be giving two options here. 1. Acting, kiss the actor who has the role. 2. Don't kiss at all. Am I understanding correctly that she said to the drama teacher, I don't want to kiss that guy. Can I kiss this person instead? And the teacher then helped her set up an on-stage make-out sesh. Lol. Nah. People are much more creative with their rejections than that. The girl could have said something like, excuse me. Sorry. I'm grateful I got the part, but honestly, I don't feel comfortable kissing Beast. I don't know him and it makes me uncomfortable just kissing someone I don't really know. Me and other attractive and probably well-known class favorite are friends, and he said he wouldn't mind doing that part for me. We asked Beast, and he said he was totally okay with it if you are. And it's after the costume change, so the audience wouldn't know too. Quote, honestly, I can't see a teacher saying no without nixing the kissing scene altogether. Also, a lot of people are making the assumption that she actually admitted the reason was because he's ugly. I can say from ample life experience, people rarely tell you you're ugly. They treat you like you're ugly. OP's friend knew the truth, but it's possible she did all of it without ever admitting the elephant in the room. Had a buddy who was an aspiring actor. He would fall in the Steve Buscemi realm of ugly, odd-looking. He knew exactly what kind of roles he would be chosen for and purposely kept his hair and beard in an unkempt manner. A while back, there was some griping that Renee Z wasn't chubby enough to play the lead role in Bridget Jones' Diary. But I couldn't imagine anyone else in that role either. Lol at scary jailhouse rapist. Though. Just because it is the best possible answer to, you were in that movie. Really? Who did you play? I have an actor friend who lives hand to mouth but has the face of a handsome prosperous banker. So he is the rich guy in a few commercials for investment firms. Everyone finds it amusing. Reminds me of famous character actor Stephen Tobolowsky's list of the roles you're going to play. Occupation plus number, bad. You'll be guard number 3 and at best get one line. Occupation plus description, better. Now they have to give you at least enough lines to make you cruel guard or angry policeman. Occupation plus last name, now we're getting somewhere. Special Agent Johnson needs to be introduced and referred to by other characters so it's an actual part. Occupation plus full name, this is a real part. Dr. Philip Rivers will be both Phil and Dr. Rivers, so you'll be interacting with multiple actors across a couple of scenes. I always found that funny because personally I think Buscemi looks like a train wreck, but he gets laid consistently in the movies, shows I've seen him in. I know this is the character, but still. I think Buscemi looks cool, so there you go. Same with people like, say, William H. Macy, John Malkovich, etc. Good, distinctive, recognizable look, but not generic at all. I know a guy who got the part in a major motion picture that was described as albino-looking inbred kid. It launched his career. And his name was Benadryl Cumberstick. His name was Hubert Cumberdale. Close friends with Jeremy Fisher and Marjorie Stewart Baxter. Was it Billy Redden from Deliverance? The dude was rippin' on that banjo. Greater than the dude was rippin' on that banjo. Billy Redden didn't actually play the banjo in Deliverance. He was just there to look inbred. He portrayed a banjo playing local during the film's famous dueling banjos scene. Borman felt that Redden's skinny frame, large head, and almond-shaped eyes made him the natural choice to play the part of an inbred from the backwoods, because Redden could not play a banjo. He wore a special shirt which allowed a real banjo player to hide behind him for the scene, which was shot with carefully chosen camera angles that would conceal the player, whose arms were slipped around Redden's waist to play the tune, too. Interestingly, the hidden banjo player was shown playing clawhammer style, while the soundtrack had the banjo music as three-finger Earl Scruggs style. https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Billy_Redden. I do background, extras type acting, and despite being later 30s. Average everything woman. I get more work than a hot college girl because I look more like the average diner customer. Mom in a grocery store. Wife of older biker gang member at a wedding. Weathered bartender, etc. that most movies and TV shows need. I don't mind in the least. Sure, I'm not sharing any on-screen kisses with whatever a list actor, but guess what? I got to meet them and that's cool as fuck to me. Sounds like you are in a nice little niche. Good for you. Amazing to think about. That being average is a niche. Ha. My mother had a casting call that specifically told her to just roll out of bed and not wear makeup. She is in position in a barroom and the scene begins. It's a detective noir theme with the protagonist actively narrating his actions via asides. He walks in. I'm in a room full of unattractive women. She shouldn't feel too bad. Hollywood ugly is like a 7. An 8 with glasses. Oh, asterisk my, asterisk. A while back, there was some griping that Renee Z wasn't chubby enough to play the lead role in Bridget Jones' Diary. But I couldn't imagine anyone else in that role either. Is there any type of career importance for getting into the credits? Helps you qualify for the Screen Actors Guild and certain unions. Not an actor, but if you have a credited role it's better on a resume versus extra plus better pay. 3 credit roles can put you in the Actors Union, which leads to better jobs. There's ugly. And then there's Hollywood ugly. Hollywood ugly is an Oklahoma 9. 1 million upvotes. I'm a 9 in the Hobunk, Texas town my mom lives in, but in LA I'm maybe a solid 4.5 lol, but also crying. Those makeover movie stories where the girl character get her hair styled and she removes her glasses. Took a role as the comedy relief, homely sister for a shitty play where I was the butt of most of the jokes. It kind of killed my self-esteem during rehearsals. Especially since the girl playing my supposedly Hollywood starlet-esque sister liked to brag about being the center of attention and getting a bunch of solos. But I put work into the role nonetheless and tried to have fun with it as best I could. When it came time to actually perform on stage, I got the most laughs and the most praise after each showing, while my sister awkwardly stood off to the side. In the end, it didn't feel so bad after all. That's really nice and inspiring, you just made my night. I mean, Danny DeVito is one of the most loved actors out there. You don't have to be hot to be amazing. most actors really won't give a shit as long as their name is in the credits and they get a check. A select few will be insulted. But the acting scene is so incredibly competitive. If you were an up-and-coming actor and had the choice of being a co-star in a major movie where you had to play someone who was ugly, or being in a much smaller, lesser heard of film, almost any actor would put their ego aside and pick the first option. Paycheck, passion project, studio mandate, repeat. I got a role once for being ugly and obese. I was okay with it. I know what I am. And the paycheck certainly salved any sad feelings I might have had. Bro. As a bartender who looks like everyone's chubby bearded cousin. I feel ya. I was the ugly duckling in my high school's production of Shrek the Musical. I was mostly concerned with perfecting my waddle. My man. I wasn't assigned an ugly role. But I was told that I looked snarky. The director and producer both told me, at a first glance, you look like a major dick. I wasn't exactly flattered by this. But it helped me land my first acting gig, so I dunno. Resting dick face. He's got a flaccid look to him. A buddy of mine was told he couldn't get a good guy part because he wasn't handsome, hes very plain looking. It messed him up a bit, but he rebounded now, does props for shows like The Walking Dead, was even one of the walkers. He seems legitimately happy now. The pain came when he was cast as a walker and only needed 5 minutes in makeup to look realistic. How we gonna make this guy look slightly less dead?